How to stop comparing yourself the Apple way, as in the company. Stay to the very end because you're going to be like, Gia, you're a genius. You know how people ask that hypothetical question, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? The other person would try to come up with something profound and say, I would tell myself this because I'm full of crap and haven't thought this out. Most people don't have a good answer because there is no good answer, because this is a really stupid question. Also, I hope you don't have a good answer and you are doing better things with your life than thinking of how to answer hypotheticals. The reason being, if you go back in time and tell yourself how to be better and sharper, your old brain won't understand it because you're such a different person. There's a huge disconnect because you don't have the experience to relate to it. It's not like reading a book where the anecdotes and references and arguments are there to back up your point. Also, it could change the future, or as we say in physics, create a tachyon particle, where if you tried to go back in time and kill your grandpa, you can't have done it in the first place because you wouldn't have existed. I digress. Microsoft tried to take down Apple along with many other companies, but Apple rules a lot in the fabulous world. Internationally, even if people who don't own Apple iPhones or products are well aware of Apple branding and their commercials and what their product looks like and what even their text messages look like because of how people post about them all the time. So why is this? There are a lot of reasons, but I'm only going to give you two because these apply to how to not compare yourself and see yourself as the only competition that you need. One, they are not original. Nothing they do is new. They do not reinvent the wheel. When there is an interesting idea, they do not buy out the company that creates it. They simply copy it, but make it better. It's dangerously crazy to have that level of optimizational thinking. Look at iPhone. It's pretty incredible. It's like a computer, a really high quality photo and video camera, 4K camera, and even a status accessory that can track your sleep, heart rate, and predict what you're thinking. And it also talks to you. The reason why it doesn't have a smooth conversation though is because of high levels of security. That's for a whole other video. For those of you who don't know, I used to work in tech. So the second reason a lot of big brands mess up by keeping a close eye on their competition instead of working on themselves. So the heads of Microsoft, Samsung, Huawei, Sony, LG were asking, what is Apple doing? How are they making this better? What are their specs of their latest device? And we have to up our game to make our things slightly better than theirs. Truly, all you need to do to be better than other things is to be a little bit ahead of everybody else, and you're successful in that sense, in every sense of the word. However, Apple is leagues ahead because they focus only on a handful of things and make them beyond excellent and timeless. They really master what they do and all the simple little things, and they do it well. So they ask, how do we make this even better than what we did before? What were the complaints and feedback people were making about the past version? Then they do something about it. That is the ultimate part you should take away from this, is do something about it. Don't just sit there and have the knowledge. What they're doing is called The Infinite Game, and it's a book by Simon Sinek. It's genius, but I'll have it linked below so you can, if you want to grab a copy. But work on your longevity. Work on your infinite game. How to do that is by imagining the person you want to be and thinking of what kind of lifestyle they would have. That's why when people ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's hard to find an answer because you are so detached from that future version of you. You have all these aspirational goals but don't know how to get there because you think you do have a systemic process of steps and that's what you need. But the truth is, you have to change your whole lifestyle and think differently, because you're going to be in the same place if you keep doing the same thing. Sometimes you might have to sacrifice where it hurts a little bit every day or every 2 weeks when you get paid to put money away for your retirement. If you're not hurting right now, you're not doing enough to benefit yourself in the future. If you're comfortable, you're not hungry. Stay consistent in working towards your goals. So I love that quote that I'm about to butcher. A productive man plans his goals in weeks or months. A successful man plans his goals in years. A dangerous man plans his goals in decades. Something along those lines. Think of the noblest aim you can conceptualize and then sacrifice your life to attempting to attain it. Jordan B. Peterson. Forget other people and master who you are and what you have, all the skills that you have currently. If you only like one thing or want to work on one thing, be exceptionally good at that one thing. Don't half-ass it. Don't be mediocre little by little. If you want to have better social skills, go out and talk to the most random people, all kinds of people, Create more meaningful exchanges. Know what to say, know what not to say to make people smile. They will want to have you around more if they feel like they're understood and they're included and that you engage with them, you interact. If you love weightlifting, if you're mediocre at cooking but want to be grandma's recipes level one day, do it. Don't overthink it. Just keep trying every day. 20 minutes, 10 minutes, add more if you want to get better. Trust me, you're going to be so proud of yourself when you watch yourself grow from not so much and see what you accomplished. Start a garden and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll see something come from nothing. But the thing is, you got to do all the things every day to nourish that plant. People are going to be so deeply attracted to you, and they will not know why. They will wonder. They can't put their finger on it. And people ask me all the time when they see me play guitar, they say, "Hey Gia, can you teach me blood, sweat, and tears and years of practicing guitar for hours a day in 5 minutes?" Things do not happen overnight. So practice yourself, work on yourself. So you are the only competition you need to be better, hotter, smarter, the sharper version of yourself. Give this a like to help others find their potential. I love you. Bye.